Welcome back to Fixing with Friends. I'm your host, that guy you know, and today I'm talking too loud, so there's probably a bit of an echo. Moving on. Today we are on chapter 11 of the $300 painting adventure, where I attempt to paint my 75 Datsun for as little money as possible. This episode we're going to be doing a rebuild of almost the entire lower section of the rear quarter panel behind the tire. So the inner, the outer, and the sort of face of it going towards the front of the car. And then we're going to do that same a little section on the fender, so inner and outer as well. We're going to be doing the metalwork on the lower rocker, on the driver's side, the driver door, front fenders. There's a section kind of where that water drains from the just in front of the windshield. That was rusted out. And then, yeah, there's just a little section on the back that I kind of merged into the patch for the rear quarter. So this whole section I did kind of in and around the sunroof, which was in the previous episode. I had originally started on the lower quarter panel as a test piece because it's small and kind of out of the way. This whole process took a very long time, and then for the actual video portion I cut down 5 hours of video into this video. It was a lot of grinding, and you'll see the grinding, but I cut out most of it, and I didn't film probably 90% of it, so you've missed out on many hours of grinding. But now that I've made it sound just fantastic to watch, let's get to it. And look, some rivets. I think this is sound deadener. It might just be dirt though. I pulled part of the metal off. Certainly rustier than expected in here. On the wall, might have to go up. So that is the inside. Ruler is too long. It's too long too. This is about the time where the subliminal mental suggestions of this video are persuading you that you really like the look of that thumbs up button. Thank you for your compulsory participation. That's better. Doesn't have to be perfect. Pliers. Well, I guess I'm replacing that part after all. out. But when in doubt, adjust the piece. So, I've already messed up. This is too small. I should just cut another one. I'm going to give it a try because I'm going to have to replace this piece anyway, so you just add a little bit more on. Oh, now I can't see. That's probably more of a tack than I need. I should put my welding gloves on. Too hot. Too hot. Well, that was probably the worst weld of my life. Here I decided to do something dumb and try and push out a dent with the little skinny arms on pliers from the inside of the car, and that didn't go very well, so I would definitely recommend, hitting it with something wider. If you had a hammer and dolly, that would be good. I didn't. I should really use one as someone suggested. See, that just looks terrible. Don't do that. As I mentioned in the sunroof video, fix any dents before you continue welding. Should be good.
bodywork, is it? Need tape. That's messy as hell. I'm gonna need better tape. Yep. Pretty close. Need to trim it just a bit more. Alright, after an hour or two of trimming it and prepping the surface, it's pretty close. So I'll start welding it in and see how it fits as it warps, and then touch it up with the die grinder after. Too long. You know, every time I cut a piece of the car off, I feel like part of me dies. Cuts through fingers like butter. Well, this is why I was wearing gloves. By the time I had noticed, it was partway through my finger. Had I not, I probably would have just cut off the tip of my finger. Oh well, it's not a big deal. It's just a little slice. Anyway, Can you see it? I'll get it later. Oh, my hair. $101 ways to hold her. So I've gotten this old repair about as smooth as I can get it. Like level. Pretty close, so I guess we'll see how it turns out. There's a few small dents from before, but I think if I try to fix them, I'll just make it worse with the tools I have. Alright, here goes something. Ah, it's warping. How am I going to do this? And now just fill the seam. Alright, I'll need to touch that up. Alright, this one's a little bit more obvious. Let's see if I can get it right. Oh, so far so good. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I needed to bend higher, but I think if I do this first, I can then hammer it down. Could be wrong. You'll find out. You'll find out. Alright, now we see what we can do with this.
If you found something solid and flat that's the exact width of the repair, I'm confident you could get it nearly perfect.
Well, it's not perfect, but I think it will pass a glance. I don't know. I'll see after I grind it down if I can work it anymore. Ugh, annoying children. Helps when I can actually see. I'll do a pretty good cut. Alright, looks more or less like this is what I got. It'd be more or less what it looks like. Not perfect, as expected. So I'm going to try and get that corner first. That's garbage. Success. Tack. So, the good news is we got the Bondo off of the door. One of them. The other one has a lot less, but the bad news is that it looks like someone attacked the door with a hammer. And there's smaller dents around the base. So I have to use basically all of my remaining steel. Fortunately, looks like there'll be enough. Just cover that up. I'm going to trim it down and not just use all of it like that. But I'm going to have to be really careful not to warp the door like the roof, which should be easier because the door is much more rigid. Still, last week, or it was a couple days ago, I had to get a little piece of metal removed from my eye. It wasn't major, but and I wasn't too concerned about it, just would rather not have it in there scratching more. So I'm gonna put goggles on this time, be a little bit more cautious so it doesn't jump up underneath the safety glasses. Maybe invest in a face shield. Perhaps that's a good idea. Looks like these tacks are broken. Some of them anyway. So I may just re-weld, do some spot welds. Or button welds? I don't remember what they're called. Yeah. A little bit more structurally sound before I put it back on. Spray this down with some paint. As you can see, accidentally cut through here. Apparently there's also a little piece of foam here to help keep the door out. So either I'm going to replace it or scrape it out and just wedge a big piece of foam against there. Now, the new one should be a little oversized, so I have some room to play with. Well, it's not going to look perfect or good, but considering what I have to work with, it'll do. Let me know how terrible you think it is.
So, that's the episode. Next time we're going to finally get to painting the car, and you're going to see how that went. This was the first time using a new editing software that definitely made this process so much easier compared to the first video I edited, which was sort of the similar length, but I actually had to edit that one in several pieces because the 5 hours of video was too big for my old laptop to manage all at once, so I had to break it down into 3 different sections, 4 technically with the blooper section, and then I had to do a whole other layer of editing on top of that. It was a whole thing. So let me know what you think of the new editing software, if you even noticed the difference. If you don't like it, well, that's just too damn bad. But do let me know regardless, either way, and maybe I can try and find a different one. Anyway, I guess one question I have for you guys, because ultimately I can't put out a lot of videos very quickly because of the amount of time it takes to do primarily the editing, just because we have so much footage from ages ago that needs to be edited and put up. But I guess the question is, do you want more stuff coming out and less editing, which will be pretty bad, I'll forewarn you, or more of the same and just it's as slow as it is? Yes. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, which I know you probably, very few of you will get to this end part, but if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Actually, I'm gonna piss everyone off and drop that in the middle of the video. So by the time you've gotten to this, you've already seen the like and subscribe thing. That's just because, you know, there are 210 subscribers now, which I appreciate you guys watching. It makes making these videos worthwhile and not just a complete waste of time. But if more people watch, the more I can justify it to myself of spending many hours of the day just editing stuff. So, all right, well, I will see you guys next time.